Hello kids, in today's class we will start the exercise 11b. So first question what we have here is observe each of the following sequences of paper folding and cutting and draw the output pattern obtained on opening the paper. So this is one square paper which we have folded vertically. See, this arrow is showing that we are folding it vertically, and after folding it what we are doing is we are cutting it at the center, this loop we are making, and along the sides at the corners also we are making small triangular cuts. Now when we are going to open this particular paper, we have to show here that how it will look like. I'm using the red color here kids, and it will highlight that how it will look like. So let us start from the center. We have one loop here, and when the cut was made, it was folded. So when we are going to open, it will be something like this and this here. Okay, and upper part we have these two triangles, so it will be cutted from these two parts. It will be something like this, a infinity sign. Similarly, another paper we have which we are folding across the horizontal line, and we are making two triangular cuts here, and when we are going to open it, it will look something like this. We will have two diamonds here. Easy. And this particular paper, we are moving this paper diagonally and making three strips cutting over here. When we are going to open it, it will look something like this. One extended here, second one extended here, third one. It will look something like this here. Okay, also I'm drawing it. So it will be something like this. One small, one bigger, and one small again. Next, in the fourth one, if you see, first we are folding this paper vertically, and then we are folding it horizontally. So now we have one squared paper with four folds. Okay, and we are cutting two triangles along it. So when we are cutting two triangles, the final pattern which we are going to obtain here is this, and this as first one. Okay, similarly, in parallel to this, we will have this pattern here. At the upper part, we have this diamond and this diamond here. It is because we have made four folds out of it. Okay. Question number 2 is very, very easy, and we have already done in Ganita Prakash. So I'm leaving this as a homework for you guys. Now, question number 3 of 11b. So what it says here is, observe each of the following sequences of paper folding and punching and draw the output pattern again. So this is a circular paper. We are folding it, and then we have folded it along the horizontal line so that we have the semi-circle now. And now we have punched hole. So when we are punching holes across it, and when we are going to open, what we will see kids, first I am making the original circles which we have punched. Now since it was folded along this line, so that means we have one here, we will have one here, and we will have the another one over here. Okay, because it was folded along this line. So for this we have this one, alternate to this we have this one, and this one for the upper one. Okay, now next we have a triangular paper which we are folding along the vertical line. Okay, and now we are punching the holes over here. So when we are open it, how we are going to see? Again, first I am making these holes which we already have, which we punched. So 1, 2, and 3 are the one which we punched along this line. So we have one over here for this, one over here for this, and one over here for this. It will look like this. In the last one, we have a rectangular paper which we have folded along the vertical line, and we have punched two holes over here. So first again I am making the holes which were already there. Okay, and since it was folded like this, so alternate to this we will have this hole, alternate to this we will have this hole. Easy. So with this we have completed this particular exercise also, and let's now quickly cover exercise 11c also. So the first question of exercise 11c is, in a figure, there is a figure where 45 degree is the smallest angle of symmetry. What are the other angles of symmetry of this figure, and what is the order of rotational symmetry of this figure? Okay, So question number 1 says that there is a figure where 45 degree is the smallest angle. What are the other angles? So we have learned how we have to do. We have 45 into 2, 45 into 3, 45 into 4, 45 into 5. Let's do this. This we have 90 degree. Next we have 135, 180 over here. Then we have 225. When you are going to multiply this with 6, we have 270. With 7, we have 315. And with 8, finally, we have 360 degree. So that is the end of it, because we have to reach till 360 degree in order to find the angle of symmetry. Okay, so all these are the other angles of symmetry, and similar questions we have done in Ganit Prakash also. Now, second part is, what is the order of rotational symmetry? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the order of symmetry is 8 here. Why? Because we have 8 angles, right? Now, question number 2, in a figure 120 degrees the angle of symmetry. The figure has, yes, so this is the what we have already done in Ganit Prakash, so I am leaving it. Next, name the following: a geometrical figure with infinite number of lines of symmetry and the rotational symmetry of infinite figure. So kids, the figure which has infinite number of lines of symmetry and rotational symmetry of infinite order is nothing but a circle, right? Next, a regular polygon with 4 lines of symmetry and rotational symmetry of 4. This also we have done. This is a square, right? Next, a triangle with at least 2 lines of symmetry. So whenever we have a triangle with at least 2 lines of symmetry, that means we are talking about equilateral triangle and at least 2 angles of symmetry. So it holds true for equilateral triangle. Next, a triangle with only 1 lines of symmetry. So, yeah, with only 1 lines of symmetry. So that is isosceles triangle, but not having rotational symmetry. So this is isosceles triangle. Next, a quadrilateral, fifth one, with rotational symmetry but no reflection symmetry. So this we have done. It was a parallelogram. Kids, we have done this question in Ganit Prakash already. Next, a quadrilateral with reflection symmetry but not having the rotation symmetry. This also we have drawn something like this. Remember this figure? So in the form of a diamond and a line in the center, or you can say it's kite shaped. Next, a geometrical figure with which has neither reflection nor rotational symmetry. So that is a triangle where all the sides are not equal, and we call it as scalene triangle. Okay, I have repeated this question. We have done this already. Next, can we have a figure with rotational symmetry whose smallest angle of symmetry is 40 degree, 80 degree, 45 and 23? So we know how we have to identify it. What we are going to do? We are going to divide 360 degree with the given angle. So for A, it is a complete whole number, which is 9. It is possible. For B, we have to divide 360 degree with 80 degree. So when you divide this, what we will get here is the number 4.5. So here we have 4.5, which is not a whole number, so means it is not possible with this. Similarly, kids, you can identify for C and D also. This is very easy. Next question is, look at the adjoining figure made up of two equilateral triangles ABC and PQR. So this is our outer triangle ABC and this is our inner triangle PQR. And if you see here that this line PQ is extended and it is touching the part AC. Similarly, QR is extending and it is touching AB. And the last one is PR, which is extending and touching the base BC. Now, does this figure possess, what we have to check here is that, does this figure, it possess the reflection symmetry? If yes, how many lines of symmetry it has? This we have to see here. So if you see this figure, kids, if I just try to divide it, Okay, then it will not overlap. Why? Because of these two parts, they will not overlap with each other. So that means it does not have reflection symmetry. Okay, if yes, how many lines? No, it doesn't have. Second part, does this figure possess rotation symmetry? If yes, then what are the angles? So now you see here, if I just take this as the center and rotate it along these three parts here, then every part has this particular, every part will repeat itself after 120 degree first, then 120 into 2, that is 200, and each angle will be of 120 degree, this we know. But after how many degrees they are going to repeat themselves is 120 degree, it will appear like same. Then after 240 degree it will appear same, and then after 360 degree it will again appear same. Okay, it will appear same when we rotate it through these angles. So does this have rotational symmetry? Yes. And then what are the angles? These are the angles. Now go to question number 6. Let us see here. Look at the adjoining figure. So this is the figure given to us. Does this figure, question number 6, does this figure possess the reflection symmetry? So let us see here. So if I just try to divide this line across the vertical line and try to overlap each other, then it has reflection symmetry. That is true. Also, if I just try to overlap, try to divide it here and try to overlap, again it will have this reflection symmetry. So along the vertical line, along the horizontal line, it is possible. So does this has reflection symmetry? Yes. How many lines? Two lines. One is vertical and horizontal, right? Next, does this figure possess rotation symmetry? Now this is what we have to check here, that does it have the rotation symmetry? If yes, state the order of symmetry and also the angle of symmetry it has. So kids, again go to this figure. Let me erase this first. Okay. Now again go to this figure, and if you see this figure, this is the center of the figure. Okay, so now when it is going to rotate to 90 degree, it will not appear same, for the reason that we do not have this triangular shape here, we have this as the curved area. Okay, so it will not be same, but when it will move across 180 degree, it will appear same to us. Similarly across 360 degree also. Okay, so 180 and 360 degree are the two angles of symmetry, rotational symmetry. It has rotational symmetry as yes, and these are two are the angles of symmetry. Why we do not have 90 and other angle 270 here? For the reason that we do not have a curved area here. If we would have, then it will be all the four angles would have been possible here. Okay. Now, question number 7 is very, very easy, and I'm leaving this as the homework for you. It is same. Question number 8 is same as Ganit Prakash, so I'm leaving this as well. Now, let's go to question number 9 here. How many lines of symmetry does the figure have? Okay, so if I try to break this figure vertically, the two halves will be here, the two halves will have the reflection symmetry. So vertical is possible. Similarly, if I try to make a vertical horizontal cut out of it, again it will have the reflection symmetry. These are the two lines, and answer here I am writing as how many lines? Two lines. Lines we have drawn. Now, what is the order of rotation symmetry of this figure? For this, I am erasing these lines first, and I'm taking red color kids here, and I'm making a center of this figure here. Okay, so this is the center. If I try to move it across 90 degree, then we will have this rectangular shape here. So that means we will not have the